Assalamu alaikum, dear students. Ms. Shagufta Ibrahim is here with your social studies topic towards an independent nation. Uh, every year we celebrate Independence Day of Pakistan on 14 August. Why we celebrate this? Because Pakistan came into being on 14 August 1947. So, how Pakistan came into being? Under the great leadership of Sir Syed Ahmad Khan, Allama Iqbal, Qaid Azam, Liaquat Ali Khan, and many other leaders who brought the Muslims of the subcontinent on one platform. And there a lot of struggle and sacrifices of the Muslims made it possible to get independence from not only British but from Hindus as well on 14th August 1947. So there were so many events which Muslims and Muslim leaders would have to face. Some of the important events we will discuss in this session through the timeline. Now, independent movement of Pakistan. Muslims wanted equality in power with Hindus in the government. Once the British left, Hindus were not willing to share the power with Muslims. This led to the idea of making Pakistan a separate state for the Muslims of the subcontinent. What happened in that period? Hindus wanted uh, complete control over the subcontinent. They wanted to rule. They wanted to take back the power from the British, and they wanted to rule the subcontinent themselves. And they did not want the Muslims share in the power. So Muslim leader decided to take the equal share in power in presence of British. The Muslims thought that if the British left, the Hindus would never give the share in power to the Muslims. So they wanted the separate homeland in presence of the British. That's why they would have to face many events, which we will go through this PowerPoint and timeline of the events we will discuss in this. Timeline of independent movement of Pakistan. Sir Syed Ahmad Khan established Anglo-Oriental College. Sir Syed Ahmad Khan was a great leader of the Muslims of the subcontinent who, who realized that Muslims must not take part in politics of that period. They should refrain themselves or they should keep away themselves from politics, and the basic need of the Muslims was to take the education. So Sir Syed Ahmad Khan established Anglo-Oriental College. First he established the Mohammedan Scientific Society, then school, and then gradually it was uh, got the status of college and then university. In 1875, Sir Syed Ahmad Khan established Anglo-Oriental College. A political party, Indian National Congress, was founded in 1885. It basically, Gandhi, the leader of Hindus, announced that National Congress was the political party of India, both for the Muslims as well as for the Hindus, and it was founded in 1885. But this political party, that is Congress, never talked about the rights of the Muslims. Next, in 1906, All India Muslim League was founded. So Muslims, when they realized that Congress never talks about the rights of the Muslims in front of the British government. So they decided to form their own political party, which was All India Muslim League, was founded in 1906 at Dhaka. Qaid Azam joined All India Muslim League in 1913. Lucknow Pact was signed. It was an agreement between Muslim League and Congress in 1916. So Muslim leaders decided to take part in a congress, in a meeting for the unity. This would be better for the uh, right for the Indians, and then this will result in the unity of Hindus and Muslims. So they signed an agreement in 1916 known as Lucknow Pact. All parties conference ideas were given to form a new constitution. In 1928, British called all parties conference to form the new constitution for India. But in this conference, they did not talk about the uh, rights of the Indians, and power was not given to the Indians. So Nehru, the leader of Jawaharlal Nehru, the leader of Hindus. The Nehru report that was given in 1928 was more in favor of Hindus. So Quaid-e-Azam gave his 14 point in reply of that report. When in 1928, All India Conference was called by the British. But in that congress, the Hindus leader Jawaharlal Nehru gave his report, which was not in favor of the Muslims' right. So, in reply to that Nehru report, Muslims leader Quaid-e-Azam gave his 14 points in reply of that Nehru report in 1929, and he asked the British to form the constitution in the light of these 14 points, or Quaid-e-Azam and the Muslims would not accept the constitution unless it includes the 14 points in the constitution. Then Allama Iqbal's address at Allahabad gave the idea for a separate state for Muslims in 1930. It was the annual session of All India Muslim League, in which was chaired by Allama Iqbal, who gave the idea of separate homeland for the Muslims of the subcontinent in 1930. Round table conferences were held to form a new system of government in 1930 to 1933. First roundtable conference was held in 1930, and British government called the Indian political leaders at London to share the conference. But Congress was not present because the Gandhi was in the jail, so Congress did not attended the first roundtable conference, so it was not successful. Then second conference was called in 1931 in England also. It was attended by both Muslim League and Congress, and in 33 the third conference was held in London also. So three roundtable conferences were held in England to form the Indian constitutions in the light of suggestions given by the political leaders of India. But all the conferences could not give any result. Herein, a new constitution was made for the country. According to this Constitution Act, Indians would govern the government, country themselves, but it would remain the part of the British government. So, British government decided to form the constitution itself, or if the Indian leaders were not agree on any suggestion, so British government formed the Constitution of India in 1935, and powers were taken under the control of British government, and Indians were the part of the legislative councils also. In 1940 was very important year in the history of making of Pakistan. Lahore Resolution was passed in 1940. Later known as the Resolution, the Muslims majority areas were demanded to form one state. In this resolution, it was decided and the resolution was passed to form a, a separate homeland for the Muslims of the subcontinent where the Muslim majority areas are located. All those regions would have to be included in the separate homeland for the Muslims of the subcontinent. So 1940 was very important event. Pakistan resolution or Lahore resolution was passed in that year. As a result, elections were held and Muslims majority areas were identified. In 1945, 1946, elections were held in which All India Muslim League got victory in most of the regions, and this was a successful success of Muslim League, and Muslim majority areas were identified where they got the victory. A new state emerged on the map of the world under the leadership of Quaid-e-Azam on 14 August 1947. So, dear children, this was the timeline of the important events which would have to be faced by the Muslim leaders and the Muslims of the subcontinent in making of Pakistan. After this, you have a task to do construct a timeline of independent movement of Pakistan. You can take help from the presentation, write down the years and events in your copy, make two columns, one for year and other for the events, and write all these in your copy also. Write down this timeline in your copy also. And this is the video. You have to watch this, and this will help you in understanding all the events more. So that's all for today's class, students. Till next class, we will meet inshallah in next class. Till then, Allah Hafiz.